and to never go to jail. I'm fresh up out the gutter, I don't know if you can tell. I'm hustling for everything I do for legacy. You can call me any type of day, my dog, I never sleep. The only rule I got is if we don't embarrass me. I write down my problems, then record it just for therapy. Just for clarity, whole club selling out it.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the LA Chargers. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out 2-25. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Go. Hey, go Lion.
Now it's Herbert. He'll get this one complete there to Pittman. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Michael Pittman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone, pushing his way through. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Let's go now.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Panther 11.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left. They run for the first time with James Cook. 7 yards there and a first down.
Now, faster, faster. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go.
They run again on first down. Cook shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Again, it's Cook. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 4. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Completes this one to Pickens. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Cook up the gut. And a solid run down inside the 30.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. They'll drop to throw. To the right side and caught by Dell. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. On play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Charger drive about to get going. And just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Herbert off of play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now 3rd down and very long.
Hey, Ray. Baylor Tigers. Ready.
Here's Herbert. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Drop 50, drop 50. Go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, ram.
3rd and 2, Herbert. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Go.
They snap it to Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off for the first down.
Not only is a slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a 4th down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. They'll get this down to the 38. The Chargers at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Chris Godwin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Dragon 60.
Back to throw now on first down. Trying to stretch the field with Schultz. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the... apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
19 tight.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
79 Broncos. 60 Mavericks. 60 Mavericks.
Back to throw again. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, he'll drop to throw. Right back to Cook for another completion. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Touchdown, Cleveland. George Pickens, 38 yards. And the Browns are back within a score. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Home to try.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Herbert. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
7 Pirates! 7 Pirates! Go!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Here we go!
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Tempo, 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 tempo!
They'll look to throw here. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hurt! Hurt! Right there, hurt!
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen?
Let's go now!
When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Capture 11! Capture 11! Ready?
2nd and 2. That is caught by Dell. Touchdown! Take Dell. 28 yards. And the Browns are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ballgame, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Justin Herbert looking to pass. They're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Crowd right.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
5-9.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Herbert. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st. Herbert operating from the red zone. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. 1 second, all that remains. They'll throw now on the final play. Caught left side. Here's Dell. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 6.
Buffalo 18.
On play action, they'll throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play that time for Cleveland. 44 yards. They'll look to throw now on first down. That is incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They got to get to the 23 here on third. Back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Trap 60, trap 60. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Dragon 60.
They're going to look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stephens. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Jacobs trying to run on first down, but he's going to be stopped and taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape. Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Got his man, Dell. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Here we go, set.
He'll drop to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Let's go. 79 Broncos. Yep.
They'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Browns. George Pickens with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Inside the 20. Touchdown, LA! Josh Jacobs, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. The Browns drive about to get started. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there, a 22. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
19 Lions. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
7 Pirates.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. James Cook, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
59.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
21.
At the 28-yard line.
Hey, Kappa. Right.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Hey, go Lion. Hey, Ray. Baylor Tiger.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded at about the 28. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, ram. Go.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Well, he's caught Michael Pittman with it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
We'll go orange.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And he slings one that's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, Ray. Let's go. Home trips right. Set.
Herbert now. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Let's go.
Third and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal. Here's Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. Sheds off the tackle. And the Browns are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on third and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The Browns drive about to get started. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Ready, set.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Now Cook running right. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
2nd and 11. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop it. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And Cook has it left side. Touchdown, Browns. James Cook with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Ryland up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Baylor tight. Hey, easy, easy, easy. We'll go orange. 12. Ready.
Herbert to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Browns will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And the offense moving quickly to the line. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Okay,
In
ready?
search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on third down. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Carlton Davis picks it, and the Browns force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that...
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And they're going to speed things up here.
Mustang 19. Check smash, check smash.
They'll set up to throw. It's complete to Cook. There he goes again. Touchdown. James Cook taking it in. And the Browns look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Eyes the crossing route, and he finds Pittman. A big play that time on the catch and run. 48 yards. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Set. Hey, Opie. Let's go. Hey. 21. Go.
One last throw here for Herbert. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the day those defenders had, though? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort, it led the way.
So for Cleveland, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Southern California, so long, everybody.
There you go. I'm with the cash like Diego. God. Yeah, all these diamonds on me go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, all these shooters on me just go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, got a dime piece with me, she gon' go just like Diego. God. Yeah, they don't play with me cause they know that I'm on go, no Diego. Solid baby shining, keep her blinded. Ain't met her, yeah, I can't. Since I got rich, and she say I'm just cause I took her on the island. The money keep on piling. Talk to me, yeah. Better talk nice. Rockin' up with the fettuccine, they both that can't talk twice. Know they pray on my downfall. Everything I do, I gotta walk like. Let a man jacket off, what? Rich, so I'm off life. God. Yeah. All these diamonds on me, go, just like Diego. God. Yeah. All these shooters on me, just go, just like Diego. God. Yeah. Got a dime piece with me, she gon' go just like Diego. God. Yeah. They don't play with me cause they know that I'm on go, no Diego.
Why you think we the same? We ain't the same. I'm the type to do the hitting up, you the type to pay hitters. Why you think we the same? We ain't the same. I'm the type to do the hitting up, you the type to pay hitters.
I count this money, then I count my blessings. If I ever took an L, then it stood for lesson. I'm the one, ain't no second guessing. Tried to dim my light, but my soul fluorescent. Wait, I tried to stay, but depressing. I even prayed to God, he ain't get the message. I'm living in the present, they gon' feel my presence. You can't dim my light, cause I'm luminescent. I rose from the ashes of the section. I seen a stranger in my own reflection. I point the in my own direction. I would've did it for my own protection. Keep debating about the GOAT. I'm the one like 2, 3, 4, 5. How you playing both sides? How I made 1 million, 2 million, multi. How I made 8 figures, 8 million, 4 times. And I was underutilized the whole time. It's rigged. I guess they couldn't find a gold mine, you dig? The sheep sleep on me, but the ghost co-sign. I stopped thinking about the future cause we got no time. The world changed. Damn. World change. Yeah, I tried and failed. I seen my best friends jail, but betrayal was the real pain. Damn, the world changed. Look, I built walls around the house, networking. All these blood suckers, I just hope this networking. Soul searching, broken hearted with my chest hurting, but I was gifted with the best cursive. I'm suffocating and my weight keep fluctuating. I showed love, how the you hating? Damn, I'm the greatest, but that's unrelated. I either overstay my welcome or I'm underrated. Lately I've been trying to wake sleepers. The fake woke and the gatekeepers. Too shallow for big fish, I stay deeper. We all gotta meet the same reaper and the same maker, even if we never touch the same paper. Made enough for a surplus, quotas, but the money brought us much closer. Used to be silent when they load up. Remember that? Now they sit around and upload them.